Hello, how are we doing, guys? 50 pips, 30th of September 2012. We're doing a little update on the ZBs, so 30-year US bonds, okay? So basically what we said here is that a lot of people were asking me, why do you keep on going on about this 150 level? And I think the guys who've been watching even well, of course, the weekly subs, but the guys who've been watching the recordings should be pretty familiar with this, of those free sessions we'll be doing on Fridays. And basically, since we started to get this, this topping pattern on the bonds, and we started to move back down, we always paid a very close eye to this 150 level. Like you see, when we came back down in the past, there was very aggressive resistance. Price was really struggling to get back above here on our first move down, and it capped it for quite some time. So once we broke above it, so that means previous resistance, right, it started to act as support. So previous resistance on the way up, 150, coming all the way back down, acting as support. And we started breaking through this. So at this point, we're starting to get more and more bearish, looking for a possible 148.00 break to give us a move into that 145s. And basically that's what we got. So we started putting in this pattern. What we said, this is going to be very interesting, because let's keep an eye out on what's happening here. And are we going to start to build the top here, and are we going to start to see a reversal in something which we considered had moved very aggressively in a bit, let's say in a stubborn manner, and it was the odds favored some kind of retracement. So we started to pull back up, made once again lower high, and we started moving down. We had a lot of trades to the downside here, and we made a lower low. So lower high, lower low. At that time, we were looking at this channel, so we're saying very interesting action, because it looks like we could be in a potential down move. We could see some kind of retracement, and we're basically changing cycle and moving from an up cycle in a potential downward cycle. So when we were down here, we're looking at two possible places to keep on playing the downside. The first one was around this mid channel, especially if we were going to continue to do so in an aggressive fashion, not only because we had the mid channel coming here, but we had the confluence of mid channel, the 148 levels, 148.10s, which have been a very interesting level in the past to look at. And we also had the 50 back of that move from highs to lows. Okay, so this is a place we tried to trade the short side. We got a couple of nice little scalps here to the downside, and then just completely got stuffed out on any trade. Very aggressive move up, and at this point we said, okay, game on. It's back at the high channel. We're not going to be getting aggressively short into this strength, but we're going to be watching very closely to see what the reaction is going to be into 150. We've got confluence of the 78.6 retracement here and the top of that channel, and a play out of that possible hypothesis we had, that we'd entered this bearish move down and we were going to keep on making lower highs and lower lows. So again, 150, very interesting. And if you flip on, let's see, if we go on to a 4-hour or even a 1-hour chart, you see how interesting this level has been. You see the reaction. It's really acting as a brick wall. Bam, first reaction, protected, protected. We tried to break outside, very aggressive move back down. So I really think this is going to be a key level to the upside going into next week. And if we can't hold above 150s, I definitely say that we've got a chance at bringing that 148.10 back into play. Okay, if we move back up, then keep an eye on what's going to happen into this top channel, and I'd call the top resistance 150-140s, 150-150s. So going into the week, I'd really say we've got 150, which is kind of like our pivotal momentum line, Momo line, bull bear line. As we hold above that, then it's going to be pretty aggressive and look for some kind of acceleration to the upside, even though I would expect sellers to be drawn into the market. As long as we hold below this level, then I think that 148.10s are in play. And keep in mind that if we put in a high here, then we're again in this series of lower highs, and we'd be looking for a hold below this 148.10 to signal a possible acceleration all the way back down to make a set of lower lows. So again, the levels to watch, I'd say in terms of range here, 150, this is clearly the pivotal level. Protecting upside is going to be 151 40s, 150s, and protecting the downside is going to be that 148.10. So I think that's what I'd be looking at going into the week here, okay? So I hope that was interesting, guys. See you on Twitter tomorrow for London Open. Have a great one. Take care, guys.